Welcome back to Brush Up Your Game. Yes, it's Attack Wing Tuesday. Well, today, first off, I gotta give a shout out to the A Good Day to Roll Die blog. Interesting article here. Attack Wing 2023 looking forward. I know, I'm a couple of days late, but I want to start here. Reflect on what's already been written and build from it. So, where do we go? First off, hilarious opening. The question of when the hell are we going to get a Neelix ambassador card for this game? Uh, I think Neelix is coming. And I think maybe not as an ambassador, maybe as an ambassador. We'll see. I don't know. I have no knowledge anymore about anything, but I think Neelix is coming in some way. I hope Neelix shows up. I hope Kess shows up in this game. I think Neelix is coming. More Alliance is absolutely welcome. I know I haven't talked about it on the channel. I definitely am looking forward to part 2 with Klingons, part 3 with Romulans, updated costs for Breen, playable ships, flyable ships from the Dominion side. While I would love, personally, to see a Dominion campaign box, I don't think it's going to happen, but it might. I'm hoping to get to talk with Josh Dirksen, the creator of Alliance, at some point, and maybe put a bug in his ear about being able to run an Alliance campaign not from the Federation / Alpha Beta Quadrant power standpoint. I think that would bring some cards to those other factions, and it would also have a nice twist to the game, right? It's wait, what if you're trying to be the bad guys and defeat what we saw on screen? It could be fun. It may not be for everybody, but maybe write the book in both ways. I don't know. We'll see. It's certainly more work. Goes through the wishes. I'm certainly there for everything that's here. Delta Quadrant faction packs. I think this is all but confirmed that we're going to see Delta Quadrant faction pack in some way, shape, or form, and that would certainly bring some nice balance to the game. I think that gets us our updated Krenim time ship. It lets us get updated Kazon. Trying to think what else is from Delta Quadrant. Maybe we see Delta Flyer. Maybe we see another Voyager in there. We certainly wouldn't have to see it, but we certainly could, and that would help. I think, again, this is not knowledge, but I pretty much think that WizKids is on a mission to recost every generic ship before we get any kind of new sculpt. So we need to see Nova. We need to see Base Intrepid. We need to see Delta Flyer. We need to see the Raven recost. But I think that alone doesn't make for a great pack. There's just not enough meat on the bones. It could work. It absolutely could work. Well, as the blog here goes, to talk about Voyager, Warship Voyager. I'm down for a Warship Voyager. That would be fun. To get our Nova classes, the Equinox and the Rhode Island. And yes, Captain Harry Kim. That would be great. A Delta Flyer and a stolen Delta Flyer. That would be fun. A mirror Delta Flyer. That would... I'm down. We could also, instead of that... I don't know. You could have kind of maybe even an independent Delta Flyer from some of the racing that they did. I know that's still technically a Federation version, but they could get there. And then having the Galaxy as another prototype, and the Challenger for the same episode, that timeless episode. That is, it's a weird episode of Voyager, but I like it. And that lets us get some new versions of Voyager crew that we haven't seen in a while. Because the Borg faction pack gave us certain Voyager crew, but not all the Voyager crew. So, yeah, we could get there. What else? Yeah, Kazon getting a faction pack. I think it could happen. I have said for a while that Kazon getting a Kazon Voyager should absolutely be a thing. They are one of the few factions to pull off stealing a ship for more than one episode. I think in the same way that we should have a Romulan version of Prometheus and a Ferengi version of the Enterprise D, even a Borg version of Enterprise E. What else? An independent version of the Defiant. I think all of that can be played. As I have talked about in Ships of the Line, and I do appreciate the shout out here, the Luna class is a thing pointed out on the Quantum Torpedo cards. It is coming at some point, probably, hopefully. I don't think it's happening in 2023. I think that's a 24, 25. But I think what we get is a Lower Decks pack where we see at least one California class, hopefully two, a Titan, and a Packlid. That would be my thinking for how they do that faction pack. And from there, then I think we get a Prodigy faction pack with the Protostar, the Dauntless. We haven't really had a lot of other ships at this point, but season 2 will be out by then. I think with Picard coming to a close, it's a lot easier to give us a Picard faction pack, or two even, where we would get La Sirena, we would get the Titan A, which is coming in season 3, and who knows what else we get goodie-wise in season 3. I think there's certainly some potential we can get some other ships coming in. I personally, I don't want much of what came in season 1. I just want La Sirena and maybe some weird takeoff on that deconstructed Borg cube. That would actually be an awesome model and a way to reprint the Borg cube at a discounted cost, an updated cost. Not that I think it needs a huge discount, but it's there. And that leaves us needing a Discovery faction pack, which I think you can do a Discovery Season 1 pack alone. Give us Discovery with 2 ship cards, the Discovery and the Glenn, and then you pull off the Sarcophagus ship, because yes, that should be an attack wing ship, and you can pull off some of the Section 31, but Section 31 stuff should get its own. That should probably get its own faction pack. They had some pretty cool stuff in there. Trying to think what other ships. There's so many other ships from the Battle of Binary Stars. Even just right there, that's your faction pack, is stuff that existed at Battle of Binary Stars. But also we need We need another good cheap Klingon ship. So that would be a spot for like it's not the Burrell, but it would be like a D6, I think, because the D7 came out later, and the D5 was Enterprise era, so the D6, yeah. Let's see. Beyond that, that's where the blog article ends. So, beyond that, what are my sincerest hopes for Attack Wing this year? I would hope that we get a lot of great use out of Alliance. I think that's a great lifeblood source of the game that has brought a lot of people into the game or back into the game, and continuing to have product like that, whether it's a 3-box series or a 2-box series or even a one-off, where it says, hey, here's a collection of missions and a few ships, good guys, bad guys, and you can run this stuff. Go be awesome. That brings fun into the game. I think there is so much potential for what can be done with these missions. And making them official product seems like a pretty realistic and fairly inexpensive way, as far as WizKids should be concerned, to get product into our hands. It's fun. You want a nice, cheap mission? That's how you do the Enterprise C. That's how you bring it into the game. You bring in a battle of the Klingon, or the Federation saving Klingons. It's I'm blanking on the battle. Was it Narendra 3? But make it yesterday's Enterprise. Have the alternate future Enterprise D, Enterprise C, couple of Klingon ships in there. That's your mission. Bring in another Sayla, have Tasha Yar, the whole Enterprise crew in their battle uniforms, except Worf. Obviously, Worf wasn't there. And you can go through a series of missions. The Enterprise C before it left, Enterprise D with the C teaming up there. That makes for a pretty interesting set of battles. Or, and hear me out here, 2 ambassador classes. Yes, they need to break their rule and have a named ship in there. But 2 ambassador classes. And you fly through missions that have only ever been mentioned offhand or written about in novels. But I still think there's enough lore to make it work. I don't know. I think it's out there. You can have a Borg campaign. You can have a Year of Hell campaign. Voyager continually losing stuff, needing to find ally ships, gaining additional ships coming in. The Krenim time ship being the only thing that you're teaming up against at the end. Well, that's the 6th mission. But that as a big monster ship. I don't know. I think there's a good amount of potential here for even smaller arcs. They don't all have to be 6 missions. And if Josh is watching this, Josh, I'm hoping I'm keeping you in a job here. And I'm sorry for the extra work. Really, I am. But I'm a passionate fan, and I just want to see this stuff come to life. That's what I want. So, I'll end on a high note there. Hey, thank you all for watching. Here's to a great 2023. Really do appreciate all your support. And until next time, keep brushing up your game. Take care, everybody.